Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Kyotoka. I'm Ryusei. Today I introduce one of the most popular miso soup, tonjiru. Ton means pork and jiru means soup. So tonjiru is pork miso soup. Also, I've made tonjiru countless times. Recently, I made the best recipe. The soup is so flavorful and the pork is juicy and tender. I hope you enjoy delicious tonjiru at your home. Yes, let's make it. Firstly, this is kombu. When we use kombu dashi, we should soak it at first. While preparing other ingredients, kombu releases a flavor umami to the water slowly. Next onion, today I use 300 grams. The onion is key in this recipe. It's okay to make tonjiru without a burdock, daikon, radish and carrot, but the onion is essential. Let's cut the onion. Firstly, split it into half and trim the stem off. Then place the onion like this. The direction of the onion is very important. If we cut the onion along the fibers like this, the texture becomes crunchy and the onion emits less pungent smell. On the other hand, if we cut the fibers of it, the onion will release some moisture, pungency smell, and enzymes. And if the onion is cooked, the texture becomes softer. The enzymes of onion makes the pork tender. We slice it thinly, and if the base is small, turn it like this. We can cut the onion more comfortably if the base is flat. Okay, it is 300 grams. Next, this is thin sliced pork belly, 300 grams. We can use sliced pork shoulder, thigh, and loin for tonjiru, but I love to using fatty pork belly. Because the texture of the pork becomes softer and the fat flavor goes well with onion and other ingredients. Any pork is delicious, but I recommend pork belly. I cut them into a little bit big sizes. Good. Let's transfer the onion to the large pot. Okay. This is 5 grams of the salt. Salt brings out the moisture from the onion slices. Distribute the salt to them by hand. This process breaks down the onion cells and then gives the pork more enzymes. Good. Next, add pork belly too. I separate the slices of pork carefully. Mix the onion and pork occasionally. Nice. Then add 50 grams of sake to the pot. Sake makes the meat softer and eliminates unpleasant meat smell. Mix them well. And let it stand for 30 to 60 minutes in the fridge. Meanwhile, I'll cut the vegetables. It is 250 grams totally. If you can get all ingredients, it's okay to skip it. I sometimes make tonjiru without these ingredients. Simple pork and onion tonjiru is also delicious. Let's cut the vegetables. I peel the skin of daikon and carrot. Then cut them into rectangles. This cutting is called tanzakugiri in Japanese. First cut it vertically at 1 cm intervals. Then place the top side facing forwards and slice them into 2 mm intervals. I do the same with carrot. The tip is to slice the carrot a little bit thinner and smaller for a visual appealing and a consistent texture. Like this. Then konjac. It is made from konjac potato. I also cut it into rectangles. It has a jelly texture and this texture is so nice in tonjiru. Finally, burdock. Make shallow cuts around the burdock like this. Good. Then move the knife like sharpening a pencil. Rotate it by left hand and move the knife same rhythm. This cutting way is called sasagaki in Japanese. Sasa means a bamboo leaf, so the shape of them is similar to a bamboo leaf. If the burdock became small, cut it into half, then slice it. You can slice it like this instead of sasagaki. Burdock will give earthy smell to tonjiru. Okay, I prepare the vegetables. 60 minutes later, kombu is ready for cooking. Transfer kombu dashi to the pot. Good. These are garlic and ginger, 7 grams each. If you like these flavors, you can add them more. Let's cook it over high heat. Stir it to prevent the pork from sticking. Once the soup starts to boil, skim off the scum carefully. This work makes the soup clear, and the kombu has the ability to absorb the scum. Turn down the heat to low, and cover it with a lid, then simmer it for 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, remove the kombu and add the vegetables to the pot. Mix them and cover it with a lid again and simmer it for 5 minutes. Today I'll use 3 types of miso: Awairo miso, saikyo miso, and hachō miso. You don't need to prepare all miso, it's okay to use miso which you have. However, it is fun to create our original recipe. Saikyo miso gives richness and sweetness, and hachō miso gives also richness and a unique aroma. If you are interested in Japanese miso, please check the video. I explained Japanese miso. 5 minutes later, I transfer the soup to miso. And melt the miso into the soup. Please add the soup little by little. And stir it. Okay, then transfer miso to the soup. And stir it. The smell of the pork and the vegetables is amazing. Cover it with a lid and simmer it for more 5 minutes. 5 minutes later, check the taste. If the taste is thin, please add more miso, and if it's too thick, please add water. Tonjiru is done. We can eat right now. However, if we rest it overnight, the flavor will blend together. Next day, fat floats to the surface. If you don't like the fatty food, please remove it. Today, I don't remove it. While reheating tonjiru, cut a Japanese leek. Slice it diagonally and as thinly as possible. We can use spring onion instead of it. The leek will give refreshing and pungent flavor to tonjiru. The tip of cutting it is to slice the knife back and forth widely without power. Okay, then transfer it to the water and soak it for a few minutes. Then squeeze out the water. This work is important to prevent the water from diluting the flavor of tonjiru and improves the texture of sliced leek. Nice. Finally, I highly recommend to prepare sticky rice too. This tonjiru goes perfect with the rice. I'm sure the rice and tonjiru is a satisfied meal. Beautiful. Tonjiru is warm. Let's arrange it on the soup bowl. Although we eat tonjiru all seasons, it's perfect for cold days. Nice. Then top slice Japanese leek. And last, this is Japanese unique spice, Shichimi togarashi. Shichi means 7, mi means taste, and togarashi means chili. So it includes 7 spices. Sprinkle it over tonjiru. The spiciness will make tonjiru complex and irresistible. Okay, tonjiru is done. Let's eat it. いただきます。The soup is rich and complex, and the pork is very soft and tasty. Vegetables absorb the flavor well. This tonjiru is perfect with the rice. Thank you. Did you enjoy? Today I introduced my favorite tonjiru recipe. Tonjiru is good for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I hope you enjoy delicious tonjiru at your home. Thank you for watching to the end. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a nice day. See you later.